we've been taught by the so-called white man that the woman is the head of the household. The woman has been told we're going to give you the house and the projects. We're going to give you a whole bunch of welfare. We're going to give you food stamps. And you're going to be the head of the household. Go ahead.
Even as Christ is the head of the church.
So, Christ is the head of the church, and the man is the head of the household. At least that's the way it's supposed to be. Go ahead.
And he is the savior of the body.
Go ahead.
Therefore, as the church is subject unto Christ,
So as the churches are subject unto Christ, go ahead.
so let the wives be to their own husbands in everything.
Verse 27. And when your fear cometh as desolation,
Go ahead.
and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind,
Okay, that's what I'm saying. Call me. That way I can send them somewhere to drink.
distress and anguish come upon you.
Saying bye, bye, bye.
Verse 28. Then shalt thou call upon me.
So the Most High said when your destruction come and your anguish come, guess what you're going to do? You're going to call him then. But guess what? You should be calling him right now. Go ahead.
But I would not answer.
The Most High said when the destruction come and your desolation come, guess what? He's not going to answer you because you wasn't listening to the man out on the corner trying to bid you to the marriage of Hamashiach Yahushua, who the world calls Jesus Christ, and he's going to laugh when that destruction comes. Go ahead.
They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me.
So the Most High said you're going to seek him in your destruction. But guess what? You're not going to be able to find him because you should have been looking for him right now. Go ahead.
Verse 29. For that they hate knowledge.
So the Most High said that you hate this knowledge that we're giving to you today. And we ain't telling you nothing wrong. We telling you that you're the greatest people on planet Earth. That you repent. Go back and be the kings that you are. Black woman, be the princess that you are. Hispanic man, be the king that you are. Hispanic woman, be the princess that you are. That's all we're telling you. Put down the foolishness of this world. Go ahead.
And did not choose to fear the Lord.
So the Most High said you did not choose to respect the Lord. We give you the words, but you still won't respect the Lord. Go ahead.
They were none of my counsel.
So the Most High said you will have none of this counsel that we're giving you. And all you got to do is come up here, talk to some of these brothers, say, man, what I got to do to repent? Well, you got to put on the old man. Come on.
They despise all my reproof.
So the Most High said you walking by, we done told y'all not to eat this pork. We done told you to stay out this damn Chinese restaurant because they give you defiled food. But guess what? You don't want none of the reproof. Go ahead.
Therefore shall they eat of their fruit of their own way.
So the Most High said, because you don't want to listen to the men of the Lord, you're going to eat from the fruits of your ways. Because you don't want to listen to us tell you stop being a homosexual or lesbian, you're going to eat from the fruits of your ways. And guess what? Destruction is coming. Give me Isaiah 65, start at verse 1. Verse 2, start at verse 2. Slap. Give me Isaiah 66, start at verse 15.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 65, verse 2.
Come on.
I have spread out my hands all the day unto a rebellious people.
And that's what we're doing right now. We use the words of the Lord to reach out to you in your rebellious state. Go ahead.
Which walketh in the way that was not good.
Walking in a way that's not good is trying to be like the so-called white woman you're oppressing. Smoking 50 million Newport boxes a day is not good. Eating pork from the Chinese restaurant and shrimp and any other defiled seafood from the Chinese restaurant is not good. Buy Newports from this Arab man who claims that he's your brother and will sell you a ham sandwich and some Newports with the Quran behind his back. That's no good. Go ahead.
After their own thoughts.
So you're walking after your own thoughts. Oh, I want to go into more science and 5% knowledge, and I want to be a Muslim, and maybe we're going to practice Buddhism now, and we're going to pick up this denomination of Christianity, and we're going to celebrate St. Patty's Day? That's some foolishness. Why would you be celebrating St. Patty's Day? Did you see any Irish people celebrating Black History Month? Ask yourself that, but you want to paint your beard green, have green streaks in your hair for the so-called Irish man. That's foolishness. You want to get drunk on St. Patty's Day. That's foolishness. The white man don't care about you, but you want to pick up his wages. That's all foolishness. Go ahead.
A people that provoketh me to anger.
So the Most High said when you're doing all of this foolishness, guess what? You're provoking him to anger. Go ahead.
Continually to my face.
So you're doing this continually to his face, even though we give you this word and you refuse to hear it. Go ahead.
That sacrifices in gardens.
So you
burneth incense upon altars of brick.
So you sacrificing in gardens, which represents these false religions. You going up under these false religions, and you giving yourself to them. Go ahead.
That sacrifice in gardens and burneth incense upon the altars of brick, which remain among the graves and lodge in the monuments, which eat swine's flesh.
Which eat what?
Swine's flesh.
So the Most High said that you remain amongst the graves eating swine's flesh. So as long as you think it's all right to eat swine, guess what? The Most High says you are the walking dead.
That's right.
Give me Leviticus, keep reading.
And broth of abominable things is in their vessels.
That means you want to eat the chicken gumbo that's mixed up with the shrimp and the possum or raccoon. Why you want to eat some possum and raccoon? That's the broth of abominable bread in your abominable vessel. Eat some damn gumbo with a possum in it. Why you want to eat that foolishness? You want to eat your clam chowder. That's broth of abominable breast. Go ahead.
Which says, stand by thyself.
So you telling us get out of your way, you talking that Muslim stuff, but guess what? We ain't even Muslim. We giving you straight out the Bible. Stand by yourself, get out my way, I'm gonna pray over it, the Most High gonna forgive you for it. And it's gonna be all right, we're gonna make it clean, and no weapon formed against me gonna prosper. That's foolishness. You're trying to kill yourself. The Most High said, you're provoking him to anger to his face. Go ahead.
Come not near to me, for I am holier than thou.
So the Most High said, you stand to us, come not near to me, because you are holier than I am, because your Christian pastor told you to pray over top of it, and it's going to be okay. Go ahead.
These are a smoke in my nose.
The Most High said, when you do stuff like this is a smoke to his nose. You ever get smoke in your nose, and you don't want to hell you cough, you're like, that's how it is to the Most High. It's disgusting to him. Go ahead.
A fire that burneth all the day.
That means when you eat this food, you eat this Chinese food with this shrimp and this oyster sauce, you making the Most High angry. You got a fire that's burning inside of him. Go ahead.
Behold, it is written before me.
Hey, what's going on, baby?
I will not keep silence, but will recompense.
So the Most High said he's not going to keep silence. He said he's going to recompense this to you. We're eating this shrimp. We're eating this lobster, we're eating this crab, we're eating this gumbo with this possum, and this nutria, or this muskrat, or whatever you want to throw in there. Go ahead.
But will recompense, even recompense into their bosom.
So the Most High said he's going to recompense it to your bosom. Your bosom is your organs. That means the Most High is going to recompense this to your organs. That means you're going to have high blood pressure, you're going to have heart disease, you're going to have gout, you're going to have heart attacks, you're going to have strokes, you're going to have all this stuff because you're going to eat some damn swine, some shrimp, some lobster, and some crab. You're going to have high blood pressure on the plate. And the Most High told you not to do it. And guess what? The doctor probably told you not to do it too. But guess what? You're so ignorant, you still going to do it. Give me Leviticus 11 verse 7.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 11, verse 7. And the swine.
And the what?
And the swine.
So the Most High said, and this swine, go ahead.
Though he divide the hoof and be cloven footed.
So he divided the hoof and he cloven footed just like the cow is. Go ahead.
Yet he cheweth not the cud.
He don't regurgitate his food. You know why? Because this is a filthy animal. Damn swine and damn pig can eat anything. But guess what? You want to slap your lips on these baby back ribs. Even though the Most High told you not to. Go ahead.
He is unclean unto you.
No, you can pray over it. It's all good.
He is unclean unto you.
No, just say amen and hallelujah over the swine and it's going to be all right.
He is unclean unto you.
No, we're going to have a ham for Easter and it's going to be okay.
He is unclean unto you.
So the Most High said this damn pig, swine is unclean to you. Go ahead.
And the hare, because he cheweth the cud, but divideth not the hoof.
That's all.
Yeah, that's all on it. of their flesh shall ye not eat, or their carcass shall ye not touch.
So the Most High said, of their flesh you should not eat, and you shouldn't even touch it. That means don't touch your pink bristle flesh. If you got a wave flesh and it's made out of 4 bristles, that means get rid of it. If you got a football and it's made out of pig skin, that means get rid of it. The Most High said, don't even touch their flesh. Go ahead.
They are unclean unto you.
No, they lied to you.
They are unclean unto
No,
you.
Paul cleaned it in the New Testament.
They are unclean unto
No,
you.
it's not what's going to leave you. It's what come out.
They are unclean unto you.
The Most High said that these are unclean to you. He reads.
These shall eat of all that are in the water.
So the Most High gave you directions on what you should eat come out of the water. Go ahead.
Whatsoever has fins and scales in the waters, in the seas and in the rivers, them shall you eat.
So the Most High said whatever has fins and scales in the water, that's what you should eat. That's the only things that you're allowed to eat that come out of the water. They gotta have both fins and scales. Go ahead.
And all that have not fins nor scales in the seas and in the rivers, of all that move in the waters, and of any living thing which is in the waters, they shall be an abomination unto you.
So the Most High said anything that does not have fins and scales that move about in the water, it is an abomination unto you. Abomination. Abomination, that's as big as it get. He called this abominable for you to be even sitting here eating these things. Go ahead.
Verse 11. They shall be even an abomination unto you. Ye shall not eat of their flesh, but ye shall have their carcasses in abomination.
So the Most High said you shouldn't be eating of this shrimp, this crab, this lobster, these mussels, these clams, these oysters. The Most High said you should not even be eating of it. I don't even know why you would even be sitting there eating these clams and these mussels. These things clean the sewage out of the water. It's a video on YouTube. And they put these crabs, they put these clams and these oysters inside a fish tank with some sewage. And they went back 20 minutes later and all the sewage was removed from the water and the water was clear. So I don't know why you want to slap the lips on these clams and these oysters, because that's what they is, bottom feeders. They all pull out of the water. Go ahead, give me this in Isaiah 65, starting at 66, start at verse 15.
Isaiah chapter 66, verse 15.
Come on.
For behold, the Lord will come with fire.
So the Most High is going to come with fire. This is hellfire that's coming to this place. But guess what the Most High is coming to cleanse with this fire? Go ahead.
And with his chariots, like the whirlwind.
So the Most High said he's going to come with fire, his chariots like a whirlwind. That means these IFOs, but the so-called white men called UFOs, he's going to come with his chariots. Go ahead.
To render his anger with fury.
So he said he's going to render his anger with fury. Go ahead.
And his rebuke with flames of fire.
So he said he's going to render his rebuke with flames of fire. Go ahead.
For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh.
So the Most High said, with fire and his sword shall he plead with all flesh. He's not going to plead with you saying, please, I beg you, please. This means he's coming to kill you. Go ahead.
And the slain of the Lord shall be many.
No, it's just going to be a little bit.
And the slain of the Lord shall be many.
So the Most High said the slain of the Lord, when Yahweh Shah and Mashiach come back with a world called Jesus Christ, the slain of the Lord is going to be many. Go ahead.
That's it.
Keep reading.
On verse 17, they that sacrifice.
Skip 16.
Nah, wait.
So here we
For they that sacrifice themselves, purify themselves in the garden.
So you purify yourself under your Christian religion, your Baptist religion, your Pentecostal, your Methodist religion. You purify yourself. This is the gardens that the Lord is talking about. These different trees and branches and sections of Christianity. Go ahead.
Behind one tree,
Behind one tree, go ahead.
in the midst, eating swine flesh.
What, eating what?
Swine flesh.
So you're going to have hellfire for eating the swine's flesh. And what else?
And the abomination.
And the abomination. We just read for you in Leviticus 11, chapter 9, that shrimp, crab, lobster, and mussels, and all that stuff that come out of the water that don't have fins and scales, it's abominable to you. But guess what? If you eat it when the Most High come back, you're going to have hellfire. Octopus, all that, you right. You're going to have hellfire for eating anything that comes out of that water that don't have fins and scales. You're going to have hellfire. Regardless of what your Christian pastor said to you. Go ahead.
And the mouse.
And the what?
And the mouse.
So you eat stuff like the mouse, which means if you eat rabbit, people in here in Delaware like to eat muskrat. You like to eat muskrat? Go ahead.
Shall be consumed together.
No, they're going to be out because they prayed over it.
Shall be consumed together.
So the Most High said you're going to be consumed by the fire when you come back. You're going to be consumed together. Let's go to Acts chapter 10, starting verse 23. Because you've been told that it's all right to eat wood because Cornelius seen in a dream that it's okay for you to eat some swine. But this is the true interpretation of the dream that we can get to you right now. Because you damn Christian pastor done lied to you. They've been lying to you for years. He's trying to exploit you with the collection plate. That's what he's trying to do. He's trying to be driving around in the Mercedes-Benz, through the neighborhood, the Maybach, and all that stuff. And he live in the biggest house on the outskirts, but yet he come into the community to exploit you. He come in and shake your pocket full of change. That's right. You don't want to change. You don't want to pick up this Bible for yourself. So you can see that the damn pastor lying to you. Because guess what? The pastor been lying to you.
That's right.
He's telling you it's all right to celebrate these holidays.
That's
He's
right.
telling you it's all right to eat this shrimp and this crab and lobster and this ham on Easter Sunday. It don't even make sense. Because they have Good Friday on a Friday, and then you have a Sunday, Easter Sunday, and that don't even equal 3 days last time I checked. Let's see it. Friday, sundown, Saturday, sundown. That's 3 days? That ain't 3 days. That's a goddamn lie. Last I checked, the evening and the morning was the first day. Go ahead, bring that up.
This is the book of Acts chapter 10. I'm going to start at 22.
Come on.
And they said, Cornelius, the centurion, a just man and one that feared the Most High, and of good report among all the nation of the Jews, was warned from God by an holy angel to send for to thee into his house and to hear the words of thee. Then called he them in and lodged with them, and on the morrow Peter went away with them, and certain brethren from Joppa accompanied him. And the morrow after they entered into Caesarea, and Cornelius waited for them, and had called together his kinsmen and their friends. And as Peter was coming in, Cornelius met him and fell down at his feet and worshipped him. But Peter took him up, saying, Stand up, I myself also am a man. And as he talked with them, he went in and found many that were come together. And he said unto them, Ye know how that it is a lawful thing for a man that is a Jew to keep company or to come unto one another of another nation.
So the context of this is that Peter was dealing with a man from another nation. And in this dream, in the context, he was showing him that it was a deal with Cornelius. Go ahead.
But the Most High hath showed me that I should not call any man common or unclean.
No, you shouldn't call any food common or
I should
unclean.
not call any man common or unclean.
So, what the Most High was revealing to Peter within the dream is that he was showing him that he could deal with Cornelius. Because at the same time, they wasn't dealing with each other. And that's the context of it, right there. But you know what? Your Christian pastor done lied to you. He done lied to you, and you believed it, that it was okay to eat this swine. Even though the scripture, we done brought out 5 or 6 different scriptures will show you that you shouldn't eat the swine, and that you're going to be punished for eating the swine. You know, it's time to repent. It's time to go back to the master that you're supposed to be. But you don't want to hear it. And that's why we're in the punishment today. Give me the book of Amos chapter 3, verse 2. And you give me Isaiah 1, and you give me verse 2. Because it's high time, y'all. It's time for you to wake up. It's time to go back and be the people that you're supposed to be, which is the best people on planet Earth. But you got to do something. You got to keep the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High.
This is the book of Amos chapter 3, verse 2. You only have I known of all the families of the earth.
So the Most High said, you so-called black man, Saint man, you so-called black woman, Saint woman, you only have known of all the families of the earth. Go ahead.
Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities.
Sometimes say he's gonna punish you for all your iniquities if you don't listen to this word. He's gonna punish you because you don't want to go back and love your brother like you love yourself. And he only gives it to you. You show this word to you. Go ahead, bring it up.
Isaiah chapter 1, verse 2.
Go ahead.
Hear, O heaven, and give ear, O earth, for the Lord has spoken.
Chapter 1, verse 2. Sorry, start verse 3. Slap.
Verse 3. The ox knows his owner.
So the ox knows his owner, and the ox is a very, very good animal, right? You agree that the ox is a stupid animal, right? He don't know nothing. Like sometimes they won't even run from a predator. That's how stupid they is. Go ahead.
And the ass, his master crib.
So an ass, right? An ass is a donkey, right? You agree that an ass is a stubborn animal. Sometimes you gotta nudge it and it won't move, right?
Yeah.
So it's a stupid animal, right? Go ahead.
But Israel do not know.
But see, we don't know. You know, we don't know that we're the greatest people on planet Earth.
That's right.
We are God's chosen people.
That's
the
right.
so-called black and Hispanic man.
Yeah, we number one.
We are the best people on planet Earth.
We
These
are the
people
best.
on this sign right here. We are the greatest people on planet Earth. And this is what your Christian pastors neglecting to tell you, that you are the greatest people on planet Earth. And the Most High set you apart from everybody else. Apart from the China man, apart from the Asian man, apart from the Arab man, apart from the so-called authentic Africans, we set you apart from them too. Because even though they picked you up for Africa, guess what? You're not an African either. The so-called African man sold you a slavery to so-called white men. Go ahead.
My people do not consider.
That's right, you don't consider that you're the greatest people on planet Earth. Go ahead.
Verse 4. And sinful nation.
Sinful nation, that's what we become. A sinful nation. We made it great to take women in the horse. We made it great to do a whole bunch of drugs. We made it great to be pigs. We made it great to rob other people. And that's what we be doing. And we said as follow. We said it great follow. And guess what? Hamashiach and Hawashai coming back to destroy this place. And if you don't repent, you're going to be destroyed with it. It's time to put down the cigarettes and drinking all day. It's time to put down the drugs. Yo, it's time to take off the pants because women should be wearing pants. Yeah, you should be wearing pants. It's not my stuff. The Bible says a woman should not wear what pertains to a man. Let's say, okay, you grew up in the 60s, right? Show me your school picture. I bet you in your school picture you had a dress on.
That's right.
I bet you had a dress on. I bet you can't show me one picture with your great-grandmother and she got pants on.
That's right.
You know why? Because that's a part of the feminist movement. And the feminist movement started in the 50s and 60s. That's why you can't show me. Because the feminist movement started in the 50s and the 60s. But you don't want to hear it. That's why you won't know. Go ahead, keep reading.
A people laden with iniquity.
Our people laden with iniquity. See, she woke up when I told her she got to take the pants off. She got to put down that new one. She was listening till I said that. She don't want to hear the reproof of the men of the Lord up here. She don't want to hear the reproof. And we telling you something that's going to save your life. That's what we out here to do. We out here to save your life. We out here to tell you to choose life. But you want to choose death. That's the problem with our people. And a lot of people don't want to hear it because they're younger than you and you didn't experience life. But guess what? They say the truth will come out of the mouth of babes. So we out here to give you the truth. We didn't get bad enough. We ain't better than nobody. We ain't saying we're better than you. We saying that we had to change ourselves too.
That's right.
That's why we out here to change. See, in Matthew 7:7 it said, judge not, that ye be judged. For us to remove the beam before we try to remove the speck out your eye. And guess what? Some of us had a hell of a beam in our eye. We were selling drugs. We were thugging. We were sleeping with multiple women. We wasn't thinking about changing them into none of our wives. We was being whoremongers. But guess what? We're here to tell you to repent. We're here to tell you to wash yourself from the ways of Satanism. Because guess what? Living like that is all Satanism. Go ahead.
A seed of evildoers.
That's what we become. We became a seed of evildoers, and we once was the evildoers too. We here to tell you that we're better than you. We here to tell you that we're better than ourselves. Go ahead.
Children that are corrupt.
And that's what we become. We become corrupt children. But guess what? The so-called white man made us these corrupt children. It's time for you to put off these ways and not be the corrupt children anymore. Go ahead.
They have forsaken the Lord.
They have what?
They have forsaken the Lord.
They And if you don't go back to the scriptures, guess what? You are forsaking the Lord. You are forsaking the ways of the Most High. You are forsaking your natural order. If you're a woman and you don't want to respect your man as the head of your household, guess what? You're forsaking the ways of the Lord. And guess what? You can't just be led by any man. You got to be led by a man that's led by Hamashiach Yahushua, who the world calls Jesus the Christ.
That's right.
Give me Ephesians 5 instead of verse 23. It ain't my stuff. Anything that the men up here, we gonna give you. We gonna give you thus said the Lord. Drop this. Give me 2 Peter 4:11. I want you to bring this out first. Because we want you to know anything that we speak, we're not speaking of ourselves. We speaking as thus said the Lord. 2 Peter 4:11. Well, we sing the song. We sing the song to the songs right now. We giving them music to their ears, but you know what? They don't want to hear it right now. We giving them the best music they can listen to, and it ain't no gangster rap. It's thus said the Lord.
No, it's no gangster rap. It's the Lord's song.
Come on, man. 4:11.
Right. 2 Peter chapter 4 and verse 11.
Come on.
Seeing then,
No, First Peter 4:11. Slap.
That's right.
First Peter chapter 4 verse 11.
Come on.
If any man speak, let him speak as the oracles of God.
And that's what we do. We speak as the oracles of God. We're not telling you a false opinion. We're not giving you no vain philosophy. We're giving you thus said the Lord. And that's what we out here to do. We out here to give you thus said the Lord. And we give it to you whether you hear it or whether you prefer it. We out here as messengers. You know what I mean? And if you don't want to hear the message, I don't know what to tell you. But we out here, give it to you whether you're going to hear it or prefer it. Go ahead.
If any man minister, let him do it as of the ability which God giveth.
So we out here to minister you through the word with the ability that the Most High gave us. Go ahead, bring it up.
It's the book of Ephesians chapter 5, verse 23.
Come on.
For the husband is the head of the wife.
So the husband is the head of the wife. But guess what? The white man said that you the head of the household, woman. He said if you put the black man out of the household, guess what? You're going to get food stamps, we're going to give you housing, and we're going to give you a whole bunch of child support from the man that should be leading your household. Guess what? That's all out of order. Stop.
Covering your nose and mouth by all passengers while riding the bus. Please put your camera and consider after boarding. Welcome.
Stop.
Masks are required to be worn properly, covering your nose and mouth by all passengers while riding the bus. Please put your camera and consider after boarding. Welcome.
Go ahead, bring it out one more again. Stop.
And it's the book of Ephesians chapter 5, verse 23.
Come on.
For the husband is the head of the wife, even as Christ is the head of the church.
So right now, what you've been taught in this society, we've been taught by the so-called white man that the woman is the head of the household. The woman has been told we're going to give you the house and the projects, we're going to give you a whole bunch of welfare, we're going to give you food stamps, and you're going to be the head of the household. Go ahead.
Even as Christ is the head of the church.
So Christ is the head of the church, and the man is the head of the household. At least that's the way it's supposed to be. Go ahead.
And he is the Savior of the body.
Go ahead.
Therefore, as the church is subject unto Christ,
So as the churches are subject unto Christ, go ahead.
so let the wives be to their own husbands in everything.
So the wives are supposed to be in subjection to their own husband in everything. Just like the church is in subjection to Christ, the wife is in subjection to her husband. Go ahead.
Husbands, love your wives, even as Christ also loved the church.
So husbands, you're supposed to love your wives as Christ loved the church. You're supposed to love your woman and not turn them into whores. You're supposed to love your woman and tell them to dress modestly and not be walking around with leggings showing everybody their goodies. You're supposed to be telling your woman to take off them pants because every man is lusting after you and they can see your figure. Go ahead.
And gave himself for it.
So you're supposed to be willing to give your life for your woman, just like Christ gave his life for the church. But guess what? You hate your woman. You hate your woman because you want to be like the so-called white woman. You hate your woman because you ain't with her walking around as a whore with legs and stuff on and booty shorts in the summer. The weather just broke. We just got a couple days of good weather, and we just seen women walk past these short skirts on and these booty shorts already. And it's just been the first dawn of spring. Spring has just been a couple days. It's just been a week since spring been here. And you're already ready to break through for the summer. Like it's hot. Like it's 90 degrees out here. Walking around with purple hair and don't care. That's foolish. Go ahead.
That he might sanctify and cleanse it with the washing of water by the word.
And that's what we out here to do, to wash you with the cleansing of the water by the word. We here to tell you to put down the damn cigarette. The cigarette's killing you. These cigarettes is in your hood to kill you. You don't go in the white people neighborhood and you don't see all these cigarettes and all this stuff advertised in the windows of the store. It's only in the black and Hispanic community. Because guess what? They got plans to kill you. Ain't nobody selling drugs on the corner in the white man's neighborhood. Guess what? Because they got plans to kill you. They got different flavor blood packets in your neighborhood. Because guess what? They plan to kill you. Go ahead, give me Psalms 83. Start at verse 2. Because these people is your enemy. They ain't got no plans to do nothing but set you up for failure so that you won't take your right place on this planet Earth as the rulers of this earth. Because guess what? So-called black man, Hispanic man, we are meant to rule this earth. Oh, we just got off of that. We rode that for like an hour. They try to turn a black man into a homosexual because you can't procreate with your woman. They want your woman to be hyper-masculine and they want you to be effeminate. But guess what? They're trying to use our women to do it. They're trying to use our women to endorse this homosexuality. That's why they're taking the man out of the household. You feel what I'm saying? That's what they're trying to do, to effeminize you. But let alone that, they try to kill you in the womb. That's why it's a Planned Parenthood in every black and Hispanic neighborhood. But ain't no Planned Parenthood in the white man neighborhood. But they want to kill you. Go ahead, bring it up.
Psalms chapter 83, verse 2.
Bring it up.
Below, thy enemy maketh tomorrow, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
So he said your enemies make it tomorrow. That means they have come together to conspire against you. The so-called Arab man here at City Market Deli and Grocery, he's here to exploit you. The so-called China man here at Square Garden Chinese restaurant, he's here to exploit you. He's here to take every last drip drop of so-called black and Hispanic money and get it and take it back to his neighborhood and his family and not to do nothing but turn out your neighborhood. That's what he's here to do. Go ahead.
Verse 3.
Come on.
They have taken crafty counsel.
They have done what?
Crafty counsel.
They have taken crafty counsel to push homosexuality on BET, brainwashed entertainment television. They have taken crafty counsel to sell you pork and shrimp fried rice and lobster sauce and oyster sauce to keep you in folly. Because guess what? It's sinning against the Most High, these things.
Right.
Go ahead.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
What have they done?
Taking crafty counsel against thy people.
So you're asking about homosexuality pushed in your neighborhood because it's crafty counsel against you. Go ahead.
Right. And consulted against thy hidden ones.
You are the hidden ones. You know why you are the hidden ones? Young man in the back, you know why you are the hidden ones? Because you are the children of Israel. You are the greatest people on planet Earth. You are a king. You are a king. You are a king. You are the kings. And guess what? They have hidden it from you. Go ahead.
Verse 4. They have said, come and let us cut them all from being. Salakia.
They started the welfare in the 60s because that's a plot against you too. That's a plot to keep you out of the household And the woman as the head, we just read it in Ephesians 5. The household is supposed to be led by the man. But if they give your woman welfare, she can't get it if you in the hood, in the house with her. She can't get as much food stamps and benefits if you in the house with her. So guess what? Read it again.
Verse 2. They have taken crafty counsel.
They have done what?
Taking crafty counsel.
So welfare is crafty counsel against you. We just read it. It's crafty counsel against you. Drugs in your community is crafty counsel against you. The white man set it up to destroy your household. The white man set it up to destroy your household so that you will have a generational curse upon yourselves. That's what happened. Give me Ezekiel 14 verse 44. Democracy ain't nothing for you. Democracy is for white men. They don't got no plans for you. This is their kingdom. Their kingdom ain't got nothing to do with you. Democracy, you think your vote count? Do you think your vote count? A president is selected. They don't even count. They fooled you to think that they count. The Most High is in control, and we're supposed to rule this earth. They lying to you. Yeah. But guess what? We're supposed to rule it because we God chose the people.
That's right.
Go ahead, bring that out. Jeremiah 14:44.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 14, verse 44. Let me read verse 4.
Go ahead, bring it up.
Verse 4.
Go ahead.
They have said, come and let us cut them off from being the nation.
So that's what this white man, this Arab man, this so-called white man is doing. He trying to cut you off from being a nation. Because guess what? We got the most spending power of everybody on planet Earth, so-called black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man. But guess what? You the stimulus check to the economy. Not some paper check that they gave you because they want to stimulate your neighborhood. You the stimulus check. Because guess what they doing? They give you the money, you spending your money. Well, city market, deli, grocery to stimulate the Arab man economy. Guess what? Peep this. Let me talk real quick. Peep this real quick. So, you got a stimulus check. You know what most of our women went and did? They went and got their nails done, their eyelashes done, and things of that nature. And we stimulated the so-called China man's economy, not our own.
So the day you have the stimulus check, it'd been an uproar.
It didn't even matter whether they gave you that, because guess what they owe you? They owe you their eye.
Back in the day, the white man went to school for free.
Listen, the stimulus check don't even matter. They owe you slavery. Give me Isaiah 14 and give me Revelations 13, verse 9 and 10. Hold up, stay put real quick. Now get off the phone real quick. We're gonna sort this out real quick. Give me Revelation 13, 19, 14, verse 1.
They gave him free education.
It don't matter about that. 13, 9, and 10.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 14, verse 1.
Listen to this.
For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob,
So the Most High said He's gonna have mercy on us. Go ahead.
and will yet choose
He's
Israel,
gonna choose us to rule this world. Go
and
ahead.
set them in their own
So
land.
He's gonna set us in our own land, which is the land of Israel. Go ahead, and Mount Zion.
And the strangers shall be joined with them,
So the strangers gonna be joining with us. But how they gonna be joining with us?
and they shall cleave to the house of them,
So they're
house of
gonna
Israel.
cleave to the house of Israel, which is so-called black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man. Go ahead.
And the people shall take them and bring them to their place.
So we're gonna take them and we're gonna bring them to our place. Go ahead.
And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord.
So we're gonna possess them. What that sound like? We're gonna have them as slaves. Go ahead.
For servants and
For
handmaids.
what?
For servants and handmaids.
That's what they owe you. They don't owe you no stimulus check. They owe you their back.
That's right.
The same thing that they did to you, you won't be able to do that to them.
Turn on their own head.
It's gonna turn right around on them. And we're gonna get another witness real quick. Go ahead.
Revelation chapter 13, Verse 9.
Come on.
If any man have an ear, let him
You
hear.
got an ear, right? You got ears in here? Listen up real quick.
He that leadeth into captivity.
Be that what?
He that leadeth into captivity
Go ahead.
shall go into
So
captivity.
he that leadeth into captivity, he shall go into captivity. Go ahead.
He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
No, he should be killed with the sword.
Must be killed with the
So the
sword.
Most High said, he that killeth with the sword, he must be killed with the sword. Give me verse 21 and 14.
Prepare slaughter for his children.
No, join hand in hand for it.
Prepare slaughter for his children.
So listen to me, brother. Listen to me, brother. The Most High said, prepare slaughter for his children. Just like they slaughtered your children. You had our babies, they was used as alligator bait. They made Negro skin coats, purses and stuff like that. What did he say again?
Prepare slaughter for his children.
So the Most High said, prepare slaughter for his children. The same way the so-called white man, the same way the so-called Asian man and the Arab man did to you, we going to prepare slaughter for their children.
That's right.
And it ain't my son. And this is Isaiah was the prophet. What do prophets do? What do prophets do, brother? Yeah, what do prophets do? They prophesy. So this prophecy ain't come to happen yet. Because the so-called Arab man, he's going to slave, selling us in the sub-Saharan slave trade.
That's right.
And giving us again Islam. He's going into slavery for giving us his slave religion. The so-called white man is going into slavery for coming over here to our Native American brothers and giving them their watered-down version of what Christ was, and they going into slavery. They going into slavery. They going into slavery. They sold you as slaves, they going into slavery. They sold you to the so-called East Indian man and to the so-called China man. They're in the sub-Saharan slave trade. They going into slavery. They help take this traffic counsel against you. The so-called African man. Because you're not African. You're not an authentic African. We was on the continent of Africa, but you're not from the seed of Ham. You come from the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And guess what? The so-called African man, he going into slavery too. The sticky doodoo cakey Sudanese man for selling you during slavery, to round you up and say to the European man, he going to slavery.
That's
Guess
right.
what? When the damn Somalian man was rounding you up on the eastern shore of Africa, he started careering in Kenya because we hid in the Kenya too. And they sold you in the sub-Saharan slave trade. Guess what? He going into slavery too.
That's right.
The Ethiopians, they go into the authentic Ethiopians because some of them may be Jews, but guess what? They going into slavery too. Shalom, Yahweh Hashem, Yahshua. They going into slavery. But we out here to prophesy to you, man. We out here so that you go back to repentance, man. We tell you stop smoking
Don't
that
get the
damn
first
ass
nigga
cigar.
somebody down here.
Because what? It's poison, man. This is witchcraft. This is a spell on you right now. Do you realize that this is a spell?
The Indians made these.
No, they didn't. The so-called white man made it and gave it to the Indians.
You gotta go to Baltimore.
Yeah.
You gotta go to PA. You gotta go to Atlanta.
Yeah, we be there. We be there. We fellowship with whoever. We fellowship with whoever.
Come out with a cigar, with a rap, with a...
Listen, the white man bought liquor and tobacco over here. The white man bought this over here. They gave them this poison. The so-called white man did. We took on our oppressor's ways when he just read to you in Proverbs 3:31 where it says, if he thou not the oppressor or choose none of his ways. This is sprayed down with formaldehyde. This is sprayed down with nicotine, niacinamide, and all type of other chemicals and additives. You know what? It's a spell. Think about it. That's a potion, right? Listen, come back. All of that stuff mixed together is a potion, man. So what do you do with potion? You take that and you mix it with spells on people. So bro, you on their spell. Okay. It was a spell in. Smoking marijuana was a spell in. No, they didn't. They got it from them, bro. They got it from them. The white man came. Yeah, that's the white man made that. The white man made that tobacco statue. No, they didn't. The white man gave that to you so that they introduce it and keep you subdued and sell it to the so-called Indian. So that they can sell it to the so-called black man. That's called a cigar shop Indian. It's something that they did so that they could advertise to you. Just like you look over there in the windows, they got all this tobacco, Newport, and all that stuff on the damn window so they can advertise it to you. They got all these back stuff on the window so they can advertise it to you, good brother. That's why it's doing that stuff right there. Give me, go ahead, bring it up. Let me get, just a book.
It's the book of 2nd Ezra. Book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 7, verse 20.
For there be many that perish in this life,
Because they despise the law of the Most High that is set before you. For the Most High has given straight commandments to say what they should do to live, even as they came and what they should observe to avoid punishment.
So we've been out here, we've been telling you, good brother, to put down a cigarette, and what you should be observing to do is keep these commandments. Why? Because it's witchcraft, bro. It don't matter who you think or who has had a part of it, bro. It's witchcraft. Smoking marijuana is witchcraft. You know where that come from? That's an East Indian custom. But you shouldn't be smoking. It was given to you for me. The scriptures say that the herbs are given to you for me. Are you eating the marijuana? No. Are you using it for medicine? No. You're smoking it. It come from the East Indian. They call it ganja. It's called ganja because it grew on the Ganges River. That's where it got the name from. The people who smoked it, they were called thuggies. They were called thuggies. You know who they worship? They worship Kali and Shiva. So when you smoking marijuana, you're giving worship to Kali and Shiva. Kali is the goddess of death. Shiva is the goddess of promiscuity. You know what they're called? They're called divas. They're called divas. And our women call themselves divas.
God is not a medicine.
He gave it to you for medicine to eat, not to smoke, bro. Smoking it is witchcraft. You set in a cipher. A cipher is a seance. That's a circle where you set to do incantations. That's why it's called a cipher. So you invoke the spirits, brother. We do stuff we don't know where it comes from. We do a lot of stuff we don't know where it comes from. That's why the Most High married with us, good brother. See, you walking out there because you don't like what I said to you. Man, ain't nothing more important than getting this word. You gotta handle something. We handling something for the Most High right now. We trying to get you back to repentance. You gotta go handle something.
That's
Come
right.
on, man.
This is the book of Hosea, chapter 4, verse 6.
Come on.
Bring it out.
My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
So the Most High said, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. You lack knowledge where that ritual of smoking marijuana come from. You lack knowledge that the so-called white man they're attacking your neighborhood. You lack knowledge that smoking them damn Newports is witchcraft.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee.
So the Most High said, because you're rejecting this knowledge that we give it to you today, He's going to reject you. Go ahead.
That thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing that thou hast forgotten the law of the Most High.
And that's what our people want to do. They want to be able to forget the laws of the Most High. Come on.
I will also forget thy children.
So the Most High said, if you forget these laws, the Most High is going to forget your children. If you're not teaching your daughters to be good wives, the Most High is going to forget your children. If you're walking around here wearing pants, showing all your goodies out to everybody, not dressed in modest apparel, the Most High is going to forget your children. Go ahead.
As they were increased, so they sinned against me.
So right now, we teach our children to decrease in sin. And we need to go back to the laws of the Most High. It's high time that you wake up, man. It's time to put down the folly. It's time to put down the drugs. It's time to turn your women back into wives. It's time for women to stop dressing like whores, wearing spandex, showing everybody your ass every day. It ain't even that hot outside, but yet you walking around in the spandex already. You a grandmother, why you walking around in the spandex for? You're not no young girl. You shouldn't even be wearing that. You should be a model unto the children. Matter of fact, give me that Titus 2, verse 2 and 3. You grandma, why you walking around in spandex for? You grandma, yo. I know you got grandchildren. You want your grandchildren walking like that so people look at her like she's a lead or something? Come on, man.
This is the book of Titus, chapter 2, verse 3.
Come on.
The aged women likewise, that they be in behavior as becometh holiness.
So the aged women should be in behavior which become holiness. Why your grandma walking around in spandex, yo? So these young men looking at your figure right now. You gotta be like 50, 60 years old, you walk around in spandex. Like, come on, man. Some young men should be like, oh, grandma got cakes out here. Come on, man. That's not what holiness is.
Not false accusers, not giving too much wine, teachers of good things.
And if you're walking around in spandex and you're 56 years old, that's not teaching your young women good things. That's fine. Come on.
That they may teach the young women to be sober and to love their husbands, to love their children.
No, but you want to teach these young women to be cougars. To be able to become cougars. To walk around in your spandex and your leopard print and become cougars.
To be discreet, chaste, keepers at home.
So to be discreet, it means to be on the low. Not to be showing your goodies to everybody.
That's right.
That's what discreet means to be. Not to be showing your butts to everybody 60 years old. That's not discreet at all. Go ahead.
Good, obedient to their own husbands, that the word of God be not blasphemed.
No, to be cougars.
Be not blasphemed. To be discreet, chaste, keepers at home.
So you're supposed to be teaching the younger women to be discreet and chaste at home. Not to be some old cougar, not to be no whore, because if you're walking around like that, you being a whore. Ain't no way grandma should be walking around down the street with no damn leggings on, 50, 60 years old. It's absolutely out of order. She know good goddamn well when she was walking around during her school days, she was wearing a dress. And she knows good goddamn well that the damn leggings is an undergarment. I shouldn't even have to tell grandma that your leggings is an undergarment. Come on, now.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, verse 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the Most High and keep His commandments, for this is the whole duty of man.
That's right. And that's what you should be doing. You should be fearing God and keeping commandments. My name is Brother Yachanan. We are the Hebrew chosen elect. We out here in Wilmington, Delaware, at 24th and Market. We're going to try to be out each and every Shabbat. And with that, I say shalom. Pull me a 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 shalom. By Hashem Yahushua.
By Hashem Yahushua.
Shalom.